I want to discuss an interesting topic today. So I put a lot of choices on the board. Pretty much got to figure it out. What I'm getting at here, but wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on a little bit of all of it. So it's basically like lizard people, shapeshifters, parasites. What do you think? Do you believe in any of this stuff? So um, what I want to get is like lizard people. Do you think they are shapeshifters, or it's a parasite inside of them? It's like maybe something that goes up the spine, like they show on in like the medical fields and displays, like the serpent, and maybe something to do with chakra, religion, spirituality. And then I'm gonna go over the deceivers like Alex Jones and how he looked like Bill Hicks, and there's other people that have very similar switches that I'm not sure if it's true or not. I just want to see what you guys think, to be objective about it. So, and then there's transgender people who go from alpha to omega or whatever it may be. They reject their biology and they change that way. A combination of the choices, none of the above, other. So, yeah, let's get to some of the memes I have saved, pictures, whatever. So this one is probably the one that I think is the most accurate. I think Jim Morrison and Rush Limbaugh look an awful lot alike, more alike than any of the other ones. And I also think that Jim Morrison's father was a general or something like that, and then they all have dealings with the government, like some kind of power, and I think everybody's kind of famous for a reason to a certain extent when it comes to the elites. Shapeshifting in popular Native American culture. A great movie that first showed me shapeshifting was Thunderheart with Val Kilmer, but maybe he's a woman. Shapeshifting in mythology, folklore, and speculation fiction is the ability to physically transform oneself or others, and an inherently superhuman ability. Divine intervention, demonic manipulation, sorcery spells, blah blah blah. Oldest form. Okay. Do you think this is possible? See, my thing was objective reality, that I've never seen anything like this. Now I've seen light beings in the sky that are crazy, move at crazy speeds, but maybe it was the psychedelics. But I just think more parts of my brain was open because of the psychedelics, and I was able to see more light sources. So that's my opinion on that. See, transgender people, they it was worshipped in old folklore as like something to admire in some cultures. The alpha and the omega. Some people were born with both hermaphrodites. So do you think our God is the alpha and the omega combined? You see where people worship Baphomet and things like that. It's a pretty popular culture and belief. I do think what do you call it? Vaccines play a role. Shooting the opposite sex into your body and biology plays a role on the outcome of your biology. So, and I think your parents' vaccinations have an effect on you as well before you're even conceived. So, Steve Jobs, John Lennon. So, and it's always a hard switch. It's always like liberal to conservative, or it's a real hard switch. It's whenever it's these people, generally, not so much the Jimi Hendrix and JFK. You'll see it in a second. Anyway, there's Jimmy Carter, JFK. They look a lot alike too. I'm not sure if they're the same person. And then that touches on the fact that JFK could have been a fake shooting. A lot of people speculate it was stolen crossbones that killed him and Lincoln and the Native Americans. So a lot of people don't know this, but the Native Americans weren't killed off till the late 1800s after it was made a holiday. I didn't know that for the longest time. I'm like, that's so messed up. They make it seem like it happened when the settlers and pilgrims first came, right? It's not true. So here's another one. Morgan Freeman, Jimi Hendrix. I've studied this picture right here for top left for a long time. There's a picture also of Jimi Hendrix and Morgan Freeman. Here it is on the far top right. They seemingly have been married to the same woman, and Jimi Hendrix died before Morgan Freeman's first appearance. So right here, the film. So it's hard to say. They could be related. Maybe it's a clone. Maybe that's what this is cloning. It was the end of one guy's generation. He mistreated his body for a while, doing drugs and all kinds of other stuff, and said, I'm going to transform. Here, clone me over. Well, maybe he's a clone. Lizard people, the David Icke people. No offense, but you guys really get on my nerves. You spout and repeat things as if fact, non-objectively, and it really frustrates me. Now, it's okay for you to believe in it, but and that's fine too. I've entertained myself. I read a whole book on reptilians. I read this one where like this guy was talking to an entity for I don't know. It just seemed all silly though, and the part that bothers me the most is the people that watch YouTube videos and then share like, do you see the eyes blink? Watch. Or they say that Hillary, I'm not saying she isn't, I'm not saying, like when Hillary lost control of her body and that's her clone acting up, right? I think she locked her knees and she passed out standing up waiting on that car. That's what personally I think happened. That's what it looked like to me. Anyway, here's another good one. Go watch this one. Bob Joyce. Bob Joyce is a pastor who preached the gospel and sung the gospel, and Elvis was really into the gospel, so I think he just wanted to quietly go live his life and preach the gospel afterwards. So, was it open or closed casket, right? Should a man that died on the toilet should have a closed casket? It's probably kept him pretty if he died. So there's a bunch of people that died suspiciously that you never really got to see. Like Jimi Hendrix died on the acid. They all died in certain ways where nobody got to witness it. So, Alex Jones, welcome to InfoWars. And this is another switch. If you go back and watch one of Bill Hicks' stand-up, he's in a cowboy outfit. It was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it still is, but if and when you listen to it like this, as if he's speaking to sheep and to elites. You'll notice how it's in a very weird venue where it's closed off, and every time he tells an evil joke, it's like inside eye contact and laughter on it, like it's true. So, anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think it's none of the above? Lizard people, combination, other? I'd like to really give me some good input, good advice. If you got anything objective, non-CGI edited on this topic, or just input, let me know. Hope you're having a blessed day. Cheers.